places, it seems like. So I think, Paul, what you said about his bunch sprint power is probably not going to stay around for very much longer. But I think, and it could be a big thing to say, but I think in some ways, Peter Sagan's done a lot for the sport, and I think that no matter how many years we have left with him, I think he will always leave that on what we have today.
You're right. A lot of second places. He's third all time, right behind Eddie Merckx.
Is he?
Yeah. I think he has like 31 second places.
Yeah,
Holy
he's
shit.
always second.
And Merckx had a little longer career, too.
So we can't talk about the Giro without, and you basically renamed it a couple seconds ago. We can't talk about the Giro without going, oh, shit. Kruijswijk and all of Jumbo-Visma are out. Michael Matthews from Sunweb. I hope that's not a knocking on the door in terms of what's happening there. All of Mitchelton Scott, including Simon Yates a week ago. Shit. Who's next? I mean, what's going to happen here, and what are we looking at?
Jumbo-Visma. Did you say Jumbo-Visma?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are we looking at in terms of what's left for as far as GC goes?
Kilderman.
Yeah.
Nibali.
Yeah.
Almeida is still he still has the lead of 34 seconds. Bilbao is sitting back at 43. Nibali at 101. Patrick Conrad of Bora Hansgrohe at 105. Jai Hindley. I apologize, Jai. I don't know. I should know who you are because you're hauling ass. Rafael Micah right behind that. So
that was your man.
Yeah, I did. He's sitting back at 121. I guess it depends on what we're staring at for number one. What are the stages remaining in terms of climbs? We've got a pretty epic mountain coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, they were saying today that the Stelvio, is that how you
Stelvio?
Yeah. Matt Stevens was saying that it's pretty snowy right now, so they might have to do like a shortened stage, kind of like they did with the Giro and the landslide. Or not the Giro, the Tour and the landslide.
Yeah.
I heard it didn't even get above freezing like today or yesterday.
It did not?
It did not.
Well, that's good.
Above freezing.
I mean, everything stinks put. It's not sliding if it's above freezing.
It's just a frozen tundra.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Oh, I don't want to. Should I ask this question? God, I did. Okay. Will a Giro make it to Milan?
You and I just had a conversation about this. I said it's feeling very, very much like Paris-Nice of last year right now. With I remember last year when I was watching Paris-Nice, all of these riders were dropping out. Richie Porte dropped out. All of the big GC contenders. That's pretty much why Max Schachmann ran away with it.
Yeah.
It's starting to feel like that again a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up today and I watched it and I was like, oh, I have this weird feeling in my stomach. It's feeling feeling weird today, just how things are starting to shift. I have to hope, but I was sitting here last year saying the same thing. So all I can do is keep my fingers crossed. And
this is a long year because it happened this year.
It did. It's not even of last year.
Yeah.
But it feels like it, though.
Was
because we got such a break between racing.
Yeah.
It really does.
Oh, you kidding me? 2020 one day lasts 4.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's a shit year. It is total.
What do you think? You think it's going to make it?
Well, and it's all blown because Roubaix is gone.
Fuck. I know.
You're probably going to lead into that, but
I wasn't. I was actually. I'm going to talk about a couple things related to it, but I
that was one that killed me.
Yeah.
So
would have been my first Roubaix I ever saw too.
Really, you've never seen one?
I've never watched a full-on.
You've never sat down and watched the whole thing?
Nope. This would be the first. This would have been the first time.
You just confessed that on the show.
Go
so young, yeah.
What?
YouTube. 2018. Your man wins. I was there when that happened.
You were in.
Yeah, I've got a picture on my phone. I'll show you.
Did you know
he
that,
was from here to your dad.
Do you know that Paul's been to Belgium?
Yeah, I've been to Belgium. Have I not told you guys that?
What?
I'm telling you, that experience would have made me cry.
So, and I'll give you a little goosebump. So
that would have made you cry.
Oh yeah.
We were in Thursday and Friday are usually designated for recon day for teams, and so Dave and I hopped in the car and drove down. to the Armbreg Forest, and we sat there with our phones, and I've got a series of pictures I'll show you. And I look, and here comes Bora Hansgrohe, and Sagan's got a black World Championship. That's his training jersey, and he has that on. He's coming right at me, and there's a like small little walking path. I mean, really narrow walking path that runs parallel with the cobbles. And this guy's on the camera standing on the back of the motorcycle, or the riders sitting there, and he's following him. And I see Peter coming by, and I'm like taking pictures, and I'm in this grassy knoll, like between like an 18-inch strip, and I thought I could see myself like run into him, dickhead from America trips up, on a
world champion, breaks his hip.
So
career-ending.
Right behind me, I hear chaos, and then I see Daniel Oss coming down. He wasn't going down the cobbles; he was coming down that strip, and he's like screaming something in Italian, and everybody's laughing. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I didn't want to turn around because I didn't know what was coming. Yeah. And Dave was on the other side of the road, and he's got pictures. He's like 10 feet behind me. They shot a film, and he had a GoPro. And I know how the GoPros work when on vibrated roads.
Yeah, they move around.
Yeah,
a little
and
bit.
it moved down, and he stopped to adjust it, so it pointed up. And I actually have that film. It was done by Encycling or something, so we'll have to watch it. And it's all about the classics. It's the Holy Week. So,
are you in it?
No.
Damn it.
No, I'm not in it.
Cool.
You could have said I was an extra in Holy Week.
Yeah. And in the sector that we were in, Orshi, I mean, I held my phone on, and I got Daniel Oss on this beautiful picture. I want to make it blow it up as a poster. His tongue's hanging out, and he's just eyes are crossed. And I've got Sagan, who was just like right on the edge, like from here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just like his face is like right there. So it is.
See,
that's the best race.
For all of our friends who are overseas and have this on a regular basis, I love that you're listening to this podcast, but sometimes I want to tell you to kiss my ass. Because you guys
we'll go there. We'll go there.
Right. You know what? I was supposed to go this year. Yeah. This was the year. I was going. I was going to be there. I bought a nerdy ass GoPro backpack that was going to have like one on my chest, one on this post coming out of the back of my head. I was gonna have one in my hand. The 360 was gonna be on this post pole, selfie stick coming out of the back of the backpack. So it was gonna get 360. I was gonna have one on my chest.
That camera doesn't exist anymore.
I know that one doesn't. Well, it does. Baby. It exists in a field somewhere. Yeah. My baby. And and then I was going to have another one in my hand. So I was just going to be like this total self-contained news crew, kind of like Al Franken was back in the Saturday Night Live days. And very few people are going to get that reference because he used to do this one-man. Anyway, I was so excited. And then I brought the disease upon the world. I brought the plague.
You'd have this great footage. You probably would have done a great job editing. Yeah. You'd put it on YouTube. And then NBC would slap on a lawsuit for using footage for the film of the race.
That footage is just too good. Yeah, Nobody could have taken that all by himself. What did he have, like 5 cameras on him? Nobody would do that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But
that guy's a nerd.
The next time that we go, we're going to be professional vloggers. So we'll be ready.
Yeah, there you go.
Holy shit. We forgot, we strayed away a little from the Giro, but how many stages does a stage race have to be a stage race?
It's done. Whatever.
You think so?
They kill it, yeah.
I read something earlier, and it could have been bullshit, about the UCI and talking about minimum amount of stages in terms of the race with the overall prize going to somebody. But I guess in these situations they just give it to whoever's wearing
first.
It. Yeah. Kind of like Bernal last year. Oops. I didn't mean to say that. He was the rightful winner. Wink, wink. Oh God. So we get. Does anybody actually? My other question is: with the majority of the quote real favorites end quote out, is this a quote real Giro end quote? I mean, do we?
Well,
Do we have a mental asterisk next to it,
no.
I guess is what I'm asking.
Unless it's short, that would be the only thing. If it's shortened, I think that's legitimate. asterisks. But that's bike racing. Bike racing's all about if you crash, you're out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened. Geraint Thomas, everybody's like, that guy's got it. I mean, everybody's thinking that.
Yeah.
And then, bad luck. Getting sick, that's all part of Grand Tours. Is staying healthy, staying upright. So, if it comes down to just two guys, I mean, look at Liège-Bastogne-Liège when only, 14 finishers? Or
is that the Bernardino year you're talking about?
Yeah, it snowed. And they didn't. Before they
shit.
had bad weather protocol. And out of like 100 and some, only 14 finishers on a monument. So, it is. That's a win. You're the hardest, baddest guy out there.
So in other words, I got to tune in really seriously because it's going to be over quick.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I don't have any excuses. I'm a cycling fan. I host a cycling podcast, and I'm full of shit if I claim that I am anything other. Okay, so there we go. I think I had Nibali in my top 3, and he's still in it.
I had Nibali.
Did you too?
Yeah. I thought you had Micah.
I had Micah and Nibali, didn't I? We all picked 3, didn't we?
Yeah, we all got to repick. We had to repick because of Geraint Thomas.
Yeah, because we
all got canceled.
Yeah, I had Yates, Fulsang, and Geraint Thomas.
Yeah, and I had Yates, Thomas, and then Fulsang.
Yeah.
I don't remember who I had.
No, I said Ulysses, which is only a stage winner, but I thought just in case things go to shit, he's won 9 stages or 7 stages in the Giro. So,
well, at least we got a Peter Sagan win out of this whole thing. If worse comes to worse, we got Peter Sagan.
It's been decent racing on us.
Yeah, and you know what? I wondered also that about Ged Wevelgem. If I was just, I don't want to say tired of a stage race because I can't be. This is 2020. We're lucky we're having races at all. But was I ready for? Worlds excited me so much, and it's so nice to see a race where it's just whoever crosses the line at the end of the day. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. It's not this 3-week chess game. And so I don't know. I'm really digging the classic, the one-day races this year. More than I do in the past.
And I always have. For that same reason. It's because, at the end of the day, when you try and get somebody who doesn't understand cycling and you want to introduce them to cycling, don't show them a Grand Tour.
No.
That's the word. It's so confusing. But because, that guy's winning. No, he isn't.
No.
He's an hour behind. Well,
why is he celebrating?
Yeah, why in the heck is he even racing if he's an hour behind? Because he's going to win a stage. Yeah. And he's got the green jersey. What's the green jersey? It goes on and on.
The whole thing,
But in single day races, it's simple and it's easy to follow. Yeah.
Well, and then you also get people asking you, why isn't the same guy winning this week that won last week or something like that? And that's also fun to
try and explain.
Yeah, exactly. This is completely different. How dare you say that somebody who wins Roubaix is going to win Liège-Bastogne-Liège?
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. Oh, shit. Sorry. Never mind.
There has been people who have done that, though.
Yeah.
There's 5 of them.
5? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 5 monuments. Yeah. Yep.
You know what? I want to go.
They're all Belgians.
They are?
Yep.
Name them.
God,
and
Louis,
do it.
Merckx, De Vlaamic. Gosh dang, hang on.
I'm not
and
looking
Louis,
it up. He could be making shit up. and I
No,
wouldn't even
Merckx.
know.
De Vlaamic. Why can't I think of the other 2? No, maybe there's only 3. There's only 3, maybe. There's only 3.
Oh,
of the
so you're
5 men.
changing the rules to meet
monuments.
your short-term memory.
And so if all Philippe Gilbert needs to do is win Milan-San Remo, and he'll be another one. And he's a Belgian.
Yeah, yep. Something
It's always a Belgian.
You know what? You brought me into the perfect segue because Paul knows some shit about Belgium, and
I've been there.
But
What?
Yep.
more news.
in case you guys didn't know, we have a couple more races in the season, and one of the do I say the big dogs is coming up very shortly. It's this little race in Belgium called the Tour Flanders. We can now probably agree now that Roubaix is gone, that this is probably one of the last big hurrahs of the entire year. And I almost wanted to kind of call it like a Super Bowl of cycling, like John Tesh used to always say. This is a big one because this is how we're kind of going out. There's nothing left after this. And I know that, Paul, you've been there, and you could probably describe the event, the course, the traditions, or something like that, and give us a feel of what this entire thing is going to be like. And then I also want to talk about how going from the spring to October is going to affect everything. I don't know where to start.
Yeah, well, just being there only a couple of times though, but the last time we went, it was Dave and I, and when we flew in to pick up a rental car, the guy says, "You Americans?" Yeah, because he saw our passport and stuff, and he said, "What are you here for?" Ronde van Vlaanderen, and he's like, he had a story. Everybody has a story. He's Belgian. We flew into Brussels. I better make that clear. So we're in Belgium. Everywhere you go, there's banners. It is crazy. It's a national holiday. It really is. I mean, it is huge. People just line up. And it's that Holy Week again. Once again, it's just that whole week between Flanders and even leading up to Flanders to Paris-Roubaix. They just live and breathe that. And so, the course itself, getting into that, they've changed it many, many times. The iconic climb, which is in Gerardsbergen, and then it goes up the Muur, and there's a chapel up there. That's where, for me, that's all the videos and stuff. That's where we had to go. And now with the new system or the new route, it's like 100K to go. It's kind of like the Arenberg Forest. You can't win the race from there, except Gilbert did. That's where he attacked. And so,
really?
Yeah, when he won. Yeah, it was just right after that he had a break. And anyway, but there's a circuit in there, and the guy who's Van Hoyte, it's Wout Van Hoyte, I think, is the guy of Classic. It's Flanders Classic. You can go look it up on the web. And you can buy VIP tickets, and you have all these different packages, and you sit there on the major climbs, and they have tents, and you get to eat and get drunk, and they bus you around. But the crowds people are just crazy. So my experience 2 years ago with Dave, we went to Gerardsbergen, and we sat there, and you asked if I could find some people to interview.
Yeah.
And I heard while we're climbing up to the chapel, these people with a British accent talking. They were from, I'm trying to think events, all that. Well, probably because I'm passionate about cycling. This was the shit for me. It was like, oh my God. But I'm trying to think. Well, the new loop keeps going up. The key on Sunday. I'm changing gears here. Is the Quermont and then the Patersburg. They're not long. Well, the Quermont's long, and the Patersburg's about 600 meters or something. But it kicks up right towards the end, and that's where they come into the finish. But the lead in the Quermont, they said it's just all out, big ring, as fast as you can, because you go to it relatively wide, in Belgian wide, down to like a goat path and this cobble climb, and it just bottlenecks. So everybody's getting their guy up front. So you'll see that they're at their full cry, and it is cool to watch because then you see chaos. It just becomes chaos for the rest of the race at that point. So
see, have you watched this one live, Jackson?
I haven't. No, I haven't. I watched highlights of when Bettiol won, but I've never seen this one live either.
Oh, might have to set some alarms. It's Sunday. Oh, that's the day you drive home.
Well, I'll get up early.
We get up really early and coffee you up and just get you ready for the drive. That could be bad idea.
Yeah.
This is it. And I don't mean to over dramatize this, but this is it. This is the end of the season in all essence. There's no Worlds. The Worlds already happened. There's no Paris-Roubaix. There's I know. God, I know. In front of you, gentlemen, we have a start list. A little bit more of an in-depth start list than I've had in the past. Usually I go to our friends over at procyclingstats.com. By the way, if you haven't checked out their website, I'm doing this for free to tell them this because that's a great website for finding all this data and getting all this information that we have right here in front of us. We have a shit ton of teams, and I don't know if we want to go individual team by team, but in terms of riders that pop out to me, and you guys can disagree or agree as you want. I'm going numerically. With EF Pro, obviously Bettiol has something to go back for. Sepp Van Mark, obviously there. I see Ajay Desert. And if you guys see somebody from
Oliver
these
Nason.
Yeah,
That's what I was
Nason.
thinking too, yeah.
Bora Hansgrohe, Burkhardt. I don't know. I could be wrong. Groupama with Stefan Kung. He's their
He had a
race
good
leader.
race. Yeah, last
He
race.
did, yeah.
Is Mitchelton Scott gonna? Who knows? Are they
Be
racing
there, yeah.
anymore? Yeah, they will be there. They have their leader listed as Jack Bauer.
Wasn't he in the Giro? No.
No,
Who
I
am I
don't think
thinking
so.
of?
Well, he had time to recover.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking of Haig.
Ineos has listed as Kwiatkowski. I'm just kind of flying through these because I don't know if any of these are great riders, but I'm trying to figure out which names stick out to me. UAE with Christoph, Circus Wanty Gobert, Jan Bakelans. There's a name I haven't heard for a while.
Yeah, wow.
Direct Energy, Nicky Terpstra. There's another ride I haven't heard for a while. Paris-Roubaix winner in his day.
Flanders.
And Flanders. Yeah.
That was 2018, the year I was there.
Oh shit!
And who got second?
I don't know. Paul, you're
At
gonna
22
tell me.
years old, Mads Patterson.
Really?
He was in the breakaway, and he was the only one to be able to semi-stay on his wheel.
So instead of going through, now my big question is here: is they have Deceuninck Quick-Step as Julian Alaphilippe is officially started?
Yeah.
I
He's
thought that
he wanted to do that in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been a target for him. So I think he's trying to do like Monument, instead of being a tour winner.
Going
I think he
out,
wants to
yeah.
do all 5.
Jumbo-Visma, obviously, Van Aert. CCC, I think Matteo Trenton's going to want to go out on a high note with a big...
Real quickly, can you
Yeah.
imagine? This is going back to Ghent,
Yeah.
Belgium. When the sprint opens up, he opens up the sprint, and who goes by him? The Trenton opened up that sprint for them. Mads. Mads Patterson goes by. You're like, son of a bitch, this just happened at Worlds.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Too bad it wasn't just as cold because
Yeah.
that would have just brought back those horrible,
Yeah.
horrible memories. Israel Startup Nation, Niels Pollitt, they have the listed Movistar, Jürgen Rolandts. I'm not up to speed 100%, sorry.
He's crusty old
Yeah.
legend, but
Sunweb, Tish Benoot, Cofidis.
no, that
Yeah.
might be a scratch because I think they pulled him out because his buddy, I think it's Bakelants, I think it is. They hang out together, and one of them, I think
boy.
he got
COVID.
positive. Yeah,
Oh,
he was positive on
wow.
COVID, so that might be.
Shit, look at the rest of that team.
Søren
Kragh
Kragh,
Andersen.
yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And Casper Pedersen won Paris Tours
Yeah.
Oh,
just like last week.
yeah.
Cofidis, I'm going to skip because I just want to.
They've been skipped all year.
They got
Yeah.
red pants, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. No.
Sport, Vlanderen, Beloy, no bother. Lotto Sudal, Tim Wellens. I'm not right now. My boy Degenkolb yet. I don't know if he's got the climbing legs in him though, for this kind of a race. Alpecin Phoenix. Hey, look at there, Matthew Van Der Poel
Yep.
is. Oh man,
He's going to be chomping at the bit to get something.
he's going to be angry.
Like yes, he did get the Big Bang Tour.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough for him. I think he wants a big one.
Yeah. Trek Segafredo, Mads Pedersen.
You got to put him in there.
Yeah.
He's got to definitely be.
Bahrain, McLaren. Mark Cavendish listed as their designated leader.
Sonny Cambrelli was leading in 2018 up the Muir when I was there. He's actually a pretty good.
Yeah.
And he's got
some
punch.
NTT with Edvald Bosenhagen, I think they need something quite desperately. I can't believe CCC is no longer a
Michael
team, but NTT is still
Valgren, too.
going.
He's a talented cuss.
Astana, I don't know any of those dudes. I don't think. Oh, Lutsenko.
Yeah.
Wallonie, Binguel. There's a blanket there, so, some pigeons are going to be enjoyed. Vital Concepts, B&B Hotels.
Brian Coquard.
Okay, so, gentlemen, we went through the 24 teams listed. Does anybody want to throw themselves out there? And by the way, we make these picks. We make these predictions. Gentlemen, this is the last big race of the year.
Are you going to put something on the line?
I say we dick measure here a little bit, and
so I got an idea. Mount Spokane no.
Hey Roger, drink.
Come along. What are we? Oh shit! What are we gonna do?
You're the boss of this town.
Yeah.
Well, I really wish I had something just right out of the gates. Something really stupid. In the Kid of Shame. We haven't used the Kid of Shame since the ride.
Now we got a week until to come up with something.
Okay.
But somebody's going to lose, and somebody's going to have to be punished for their losing.
Yes.
So you might as well focus it on me.
No,
dude,
I've been sucking. I've been sucking the worst this year. I've been terrible.
That's why there hasn't been any punishment yet.
It might be. I turned it around recently with my Dagenkold pick, and that just kind of came out of nowhere. But you never know.
Yeah, because he had won it before.
Yeah. So, how many riders are we going? 3?
Okay.
3 riders. And are you guys just going to keep it safe and go with Wouten and Vanderpool? I'm going to go
fun
crazy.
If we do that.
I'm going to go crazy this time.
What if none of us can pick?
How about this?
Or Matthew Vanderpool.
Or you can pick one or the other. You can't pick both.
Okay.
And then 2 other riders.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
You can't pick Julian Alaphilippe because he's going to post up at the mirror.
We really can't pick him?
He's going to throw his hands in the air right by the chapel.
There's
and
only
one
person you can't, and he's been banished from Trek.
Yeah.
We cannot pick him.
Yeah, Richie's not there.
Well,
no. I'm talking about
one.
Yeah. I know. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor
He was supposed to be doing these.
guy in his tweets.
Yeah.
So of the riders we were throwing through, and of our gigantic 24-team roster of 7 riders per team, does anybody want to venture out into the cold waters and pick first?
I will. Mads?
Okay, I'm writing this shit down. Paul is picking Mads. I can't write
2 years ago, he got second. He won Worlds last year. He won Kent Velligum last week. So I'm going with Mads.
Okay.
And my pick between the 2 favorites, I'm going with Wout.
Wout.
This is a strategy type race.
Okay.
Watch me eat crow on that one.
Yeah.
And then I have to do a hard pick, and I always pick him since he was with Garmin back in the days, Sepp Van Marken.
You're going with Sepp. I knew you were going to go.
Although he was training, he was focusing on Roubaix. That was going to be, he was just like gutted. He's like, oh God.
Shit.
So.
Host goes last.
Oh, cool. Then I will go next. I'm going to go with Julian Alaphilippe. I think he's on form, whether or not he celebrates too early.
I'm telling you, he's going to celebrate like 2K in.
I hope he's learned from his mistakes. My second, I'm going to agree with Paul. I think I'm going to pick Wout. I think he's the smarter racer right now. And then I'm going to keep it in the EF family, and I'm going to go with Alberto Bettiol.
You're going to go
back
for the
back.
double.
I'm trying to think. I think last time somebody did double, it might have been Cancellaris. 2010 and 11, I think.
He's always up there right now when it comes to the classics. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
yeah,
right.
he is. He's
I'm going to go with Matteo Trentin for number 1. I know. I think he's,
and then Matt's there and
it
it passes him in the finish.
Yeah, well, these might. I'm going to go against Wout, and I'm going to pick
That'll be
Matthew
interesting.
van der Poel.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
Just because I'm trying to fuck shit up. And my third pick. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. I don't think Degenkolb's going to be there. Mats Pedersen is a strong son of a bitch, and he's flying. You think he could double up 2 races in a row? Even though we've got a race in between. I'm going with Mads. Because I'd like to see him do it. Because I think he got fucked out of the rainbow jersey for a year.
Yeah.
I should pick Mark Cavendish as just being nice, but I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he has the strength anyway, so that would just be a dumb
It'll be
pick.
interesting to see because he kind of announces retirement, and then I think he's got one more go.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see something happen, but I don't see it happening. All right, so we've made our picks, and we do need to come up with a reward and a punishment, gentlemen. We do need to. I don't know if it needs to happen right now, but it desperately needs to happen, and we got to announce it before the race starts.
It's a short season, so we have plenty of time before the next season for the punishment.
That's true. That is very true. So I've got our fun topic to discuss. Well, it's not very fun tonight, but before we get to there, new copy from our friends at Manscaped.
Oh.
I got it. I fucked up. Apparently we have one more month.
Oh,
Yeah,
I could have wore the T-shirt.
You could. Yeah, I got them on. I got my underwear on
underwear.
right now. I'd pull up the band high enough for people to see, but then I'd give myself an atomic wedgie. Hey, you guys, autumn is in the air, and Manscaped is here to ensure you don't carve your pumpkins when you're grooming. By pumpkins, we actually mean your boys downstairs. In fact, Manscaped is on a mission to change the way you approach caring for your balls. And great news, they just released their products in the UK, Canada, and Australia. How's that for serious shit? If you suffer, by the way, it's not just about shaving your balls. If you didn't know that, which is actually a brilliant thing to do, because I never realized it. I've got a little stick going on, but I got to work on that. But anyway, if you suffer from if you suffer from stank foot or stand on your feet all day, this product for you guys, the Foot Duster, it's a foot deodorant. It's the cooling tea tree oil, offers a pleasant experience for the stankiest feet and allows you to take off your shoes in confidence, or allows you to take off your shoes and stay in the house like my wife actually usually does. Now, I'm shitting you not. When we were dating, she actually made me put my shoes out on the deck of her house, of a balcony of her apartment. My feet were that bad, apparently. Yeah. And I get this one on every month, too. The Crop Cleanser Hair and Body Wash, designed with aloe vera and sea salt to leave your skin clean, fresh, moisturized, and reinvigorated. You guys, I shit you not. Get 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped.com with the code PFP. That is Pack Filler Podcast. PFP. 20% off and free shipping. Thanks to our friends at Manscaped. Buy some shit. Pay for our beer. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, there we go. You guys, I don't know if this is going to be a hilarious little. I do have our game for the end of the show, but I don't know if this is going to be a hilarious little bit here. Group rides. I want to ask you guys about group rides. We are in the middle of this ongoing global pandemic. We are dealing with Paris-Roubaix being canceled. I'm still being canceled. Stages of the Bink Bank Tour were canceled. Cyclocross is basically not going to happen. We don't know if the Giro's going to make it. We see roadside on the tour, hundreds of thousands of people with their masks off, screaming face first into riders. We don't know about the severity. Well, we do know about the severity of this disease. We don't know about where we're going to end up when this is all said and done. Locally and through my experiences with social media and seeing people out there going out and riding their bikes, I'm seeing people riding in various sizes of groups. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to ask your guys' opinion. I put it out there on social media today, asking people what their thoughts were on group rides and how many they've been on since this whole thing struck. And I had people mention from none at all. I've had people mention from I haven't been off as Zwift up to some of our Idahoan friends have been up to a baker's dozen with 13 per their rides. Guys, how what are your thoughts on group rides, for or against, and no judgment being passed here on the people who are out there doing it?
Personally, I've been talking about this recently quite a bit. So I when I am not here, I obviously, as everyone knows, live in Portland.
Yeah.
And shockingly enough, I do have friends.
What?
I know it here.
What are you doing anymore? Go away, bitch.
I'm just hitting all the keys now.
But through that time, and this is my own personal decision, I haven't seen those friends because I've picked what I consider to be important.
Okay.
I've picked I've picked certain people to involve in my group. And when it comes to group rides, I mean, I've been with you two, CP and Roger. The biggest group ride at once I've been on is 4. And that's personally what I'm going to stick with, just because that's what feels like the safest with me. And I think what really, really matters is what people know. I think is the biggest word there is safest. Because it's we're in a time there where it's very much up to the individual now, which is in some ways tough, but in some ways just the way it is. So I think that's what really matters. And everybody has their own personal feelings and opinions on it, but I just feel like I've created my personal, I guess, bubble. And I choose to stick with that. So for me, the biggest ride I've been on is 4 people. Yeah.
Paul?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm a firm believer it's individual choice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Where you feel safe or whatever your information that you get, it shouldn't be a political decision. It should be taking consideration of the potential of hazards. If you're on a ride, you bring back to your family. If you want to take that risk, then take that risk. I think you have the right. I don't want to. I think we have a tendency. I think with social media has a tendency to start labeling people, because you are lackadaisical on that, your political stance is this side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That has to be aside. I've ridden with just myself. I've ridden with a group like our small group, and then the Sunday I rode with, I think there was about 13, 14 guys.
Oh,
on the
wow.
ride.
Really? Yeah.
So, my knowledge and the information that I get may not be correct, but my mom, who's 87, has 2 stents in her heart, high blood pressure, got COVID, and she said the only way she knew is because she had a fever and was tired, and that was it. Mm-hmm. But there's other people that boom, So we don't know the numbers. We don't know how many people have been exposed. We may all 3 have been exposed, asymptomatic, but I think it boils down to the individual. If you want to take the chance, you see a big, fun group ride, and you feel that safe, and you're not concerned about bringing it home and spreading it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you have the right. So
and we've reached this point where to disagree is beyond a discussion anymore, where I know I'll probably get some shit based upon one side or the other side of our opinions we're placing right now. I've seen good friends of mine go out on and organizing events And part of me is sitting there going, oh, shit, why? But then I think, because that's their, I guess that's their choice. I don't attend those events because I'm still on the wary side. I have a mom who's got health issues and things like that. But then again, I work in a high school where I see quite a few kids every day. We're all masked, things like that. But, it just blows me away that we're unable to discuss these elements in our current mental state in society, and that has crossed over into the cycling world. I don't want to turn this into a political podcast, but it surprises me how, even when we have all these wonderful things in common, that there's still this bone of contention, and I see it so much on social media that people are yelling at each other. And yeah, I know for a fact that all of us want this to go away. We want to get fucking rid of this. I'm worried about. And my next area was to ask you guys, what do you think the future looks like? Are we going to be group riding in masks? Are we gonna see cycling events happening in the foreseeable future? I don't see a cure, a vaccine or a cure until probably, and here I am being negative, until probably late spring, which is probably no Paris-Roubaix again. Which what does that do financially to the sport we love so much? I forgot to mention the mountain bike world. Fuck. But anyway, we'll talk about that in another show, I guess. What do we foresee? Where is this all going to end up? When do we see a return to normal?
I think right now, where we are in, and us, the three of us being in America and being Americans, I think that right now, I think we're gonna have to wait a little while. And I think that's there's a lack. I think there is a lack of cohesion. Right now, and I think that I think we may have to be patient, which is, trust me, I am not. In a lot of cases, I'm not a very patient person. Yeah. Christmas is very difficult for me. But I think right now, in America at least, we're gonna have to wait a little bit, and I think that might mean keeping our eyes on the horizon. Yeah. Not losing hope, because it's gonna come. Like, we're gonna be okay. The three of us are gonna be able to race in a bike race together someday. It might not. I
might be too old.
I know, the time's running out.
I know, but I think the biggest thing is we gotta be patient. I think what's really gonna happen right now is I think professional events are obviously gonna get priority. Yeah. But I know we will be back someday. We're not. I've ridden with a mask on, and it's like putting a plastic bag over your head and breathing through it. Yeah, no. But I guess for all my ramblings, my message is that we will be back, and it's gonna be okay one of these days.
Yeah, I just think we need to just press forward, just with the hope that it'll be back to normal. I think the big message here is. No matter if you agree or not with the way the law or mandates are, the best thing to do is just go ahead and follow them. Yeah. You don't agree with those in power that are pushing this mandate. For America, we have an election day. Yeah, yeah. So, but we can't lose hope, and I will always believe that, tomorrow will come. And maybe all of a sudden, Paris-Roubaix, they'll say, hey, guess what? It's on again. Yeah. That's how I live my life. Otherwise, the doom and gloom, whether, this is our new normal, that would drive me insane. Yeah. But in all honesty, if I ask myself, I'm getting used to it a little bit. Yeah. Like walking in the store, putting on a mask. There for a while, it's like, oh, forgot my fucking mask. Yeah. And now it's just like an everyday thing. Yeah. It's sad. To me, I like interacting with people. I like to see people's facial reactions. You tell a joke, you can find, you can see a lot with eyes, but you can't, And I think in this world, this is going a little deep, we're getting too pulled away from interactions. Yeah. We have self-checkout at grocery stores and Home Depot. We have text instead of, everything. just pulls away that human contact. I think that's a dangerous thing. That's the most dangerous thing. So
you could pull Zwift in there really well because I know you don't like Zwift. So you could say, we have Zwift. You're not riding with people. You're on your own.
You can just say, hey, from Ohio.
Yeah. Right on, brother.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Right On. I hate that part of Zwift. I think it's so just.
There's a few things.
Brother.
I think it's a good thing.
Hi from Ohio.
But there's some stuff that just drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Like drop a burrito,
Yeah.
and no one can, power up stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't do this for gaming, but if it gets people riding and getting exercise,
It does. All right.
So there you go. That's my take. And
we tackled COVID.
good luck.
Yeah, we tackled COVID.
You're the one that gets to shoulder all the.
No,
that.
you know what? And it's again, it's okay if the people at us on this because part of me immediately my first gut reaction when I see a group ride or an organized race going, I just go, no, why are you? And then I'm like, oh well, last time I checked, they had their own big boy pants, and they can ride their own big boy pants. Would I like everybody to stop so we could just quickly get it over with? I'd love that.
I think even if we stop, it's not going to go away.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Gentlemen, should we end with a game just to have a little fun?
Yeah.
Let's end with a game. Okay, I told you guys about this. I told you this shit was coming. All right? I don't know if I have a good entry for this. I don't know. I got to update my all of my jingles. Yeah, there we go. We're playing the alphabet game. This is a brutal one, but I've decided I'm going to alter the alphabet game a little bit. And for those listeners who don't know what the alphabet game is, we're going to start with. What are you pointing at?
This bug.
Stink bug.
You got stink bugs in the
Yeah,
house?
on the track.
God.
Right above your head.
Oh yeah, they're
It's
everywhere.
getting warm.
It's okay, it'll burn. Yeah.
It'll burn. Yeah, and then it'll stink. The alphabet game is we're going to go through the alphabet, obviously, and if we get to the Z, we start up again at A, and whoever can last the longest lasts. Anything related to the cycling industry. It could be a product. It could be a rider's last name. It could be a rider's first name. It could be anything like that.
He probably already went through the alphabet.
He probably did. He's
Googled
got it
it all.
memorized. Yeah.
He's got
It's not on my hand.
Yeah,
notes.
exactly. So, but I'm going to give everybody 3 strikes because somebody's going to land on Q, and they're not going to be able to get any more past Quintana. Okay, so we're going to.
I got one.
Yeah, you got one,
Yeah, I
right?
got
Exactly.
one
Yeah, that little bug is flying around in here. Little shit. You're going to freeze in a couple months, bitch. I will begin just to be nice. So let's see if the listeners at home can keep up with us. Okay, so I will go with A, with Alaphilippe. Jackson, your B.
Betiol.
Paul, your C.
Campanolo.
Campagnolo. D. I'm Delgado. Pedro Delgado. D. E.
EF.
Oh. E. F.
F. Fignon.
G. Gilbert Duclos LaSalle. That's an old name. Holy shit, I'm pulling out of the doldrums. G.H.
He's a
Jackson.
Perry-Way winner twice.
Yeah.
Howes.
Alex Howes. H.I.
Independent cycles. Pull out a mountain
product.
bike. Yeah.
The first product. J. Jalabert. Lauren Jalabert. K. That's a tough one.
KTM.
Holy shit, we're never going to get through this game. K. H-I-J-K-L.
Laurent Jalabert.
Oh, you got L? Yeah, we got okay. What am I? L J J K L M M M Mauro Gianetti.
Let's do no first names. Now
Okay,
that I
do
looked
first
at,
names?
Yeah,
Okay, I
no,
won't do
just
first
do
names.
last names.
Okay.
Last names.
Okay,
How about
Matthews. Michael
There you go.
Matthews.
There we go.
Suck on that one.
N.
N.
NTT.
NTT.
O would be
See, you wanna
Omo.
do it all.
cycling.
P.
Bikes.
P. The funny thing is I have P. Peugeot.
Q. That'd
Yeah.
be Q. Quintana.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it, we could have had it. R.
Racine.
S.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Why am I drawing a blank? I'm
I
drawing
don't
a blank. First strike for me. First strike for me.
Or we pass on the S.
Yes, the S gets passed
Sagan.
on. Sagan. Shit! Shit!
There's tons. T. Tommaso.
I've got you. See, now my brain is frozen.
Uh-oh.
I'm thinking of Uwe Ampler, but that's his first name. Jan Ulrich.
Oh, yeah, very
Did I make
good.
it in time?
Yep,
Did I make it in time?
Yeah, I think so.
V.
Van Mark.
Set Van Mark.
Yeah, and a nice one.
W.
Woodrup.
Shit. I have X.
That's going to be the trip.
Fuck, that's 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Jackson, you're going to have an X, too.
X.
We're all going to get... If it goes all the way around, we'll continue on without X.
What the hell is X?
Paul's got one.
Would
No, I don't.
cross?
No.
XC?
No.
Mountain bike?
No. Paul? I
Trying
keep
to think.
thinking of like Esteberia, but it's EX.
Yeah, EX. For some reason, I'm thinking like Xavier, but there isn't. I was thinking there was a frame called Xavier, but I don't think there is.
All right,
Let's skip that fucking letter.
We all have, we all have 1 strike. I have 2 actually. Why?
Because I love you.
Namo USC. I see I'm going with first names like Yvonne Matteo or Yves Lampert or why am I out? I'm out. Pat is out of
What are you doing, you moron?
the contest.
Why?
Why, Jackson?
Why? What starts with Y? Do you have one that starts
Yeah, I
with Y?
do.
Paul's gonna pull ahead on this one. Why?
And if you take it, I'm fucked.
I don't know.
Oh, I have one. Shit.
I have one.
What?
Yeti bicycles.
Yeti. I was
Oh,
thinking the
Yeti.
fucking yellow jersey. Even though that's
Yeah,
Maillot
that's
jaune.
that's
but,
kind of soft.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot.
Well, you are above 50.
Yeah. Oh shit! You've got Z.
Zakharov.
He's
Yeah.
using his notes.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
using
he's got
his
right
notes.
there.
I should call him for cheating there.
Zakharin.
So A.
Atala.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you.
B.
BMC.
C. I'm gonna go fast.
Oh shit. Clanago.
D. Jackson.
Drucker.
Quit looking at your notes, you cheater. Cheater. Jackson's out. Jackson's out. He's using his
No,
notes.
give him a chance with a D.
Okay,
D.
give him a chance with a D. Can't believe you're looking at your
Dignan.
notes. Dignan. Lizzie.
Yeah.
E.
E-Tap.
Paul's going with brands. I like it.
Mhm.
F.
Would frame work?
Nah, it's a little soft.
Yes,
yeah.
that's too soft.
Oh,
3,
okay.
2,
F.
1. Paul wins the game. Sorry,
I was
Jackson.
about to say Fignon.
I was. Oh, you were gonna say Fignon.
I was.
I'm so proud.
Was this close?
That's my boy. Paul, I thought we were gonna get you on this one. For
I know.
once.
I was thinking F. I had Fuso, which is
Fuso?
made by
Dave
Moulton. Yeah,
Great
I
old
had
bike.
one of those bikes. It was my favorite bike.
Oh my
Steel
God.
bike,
Yeah.
I should say.
Yeah. Jesus. Well, there we go. I did have a new 13 all lined up, but we went an hour and holy shit, 20 minutes into the podcast. So that's a long show. Yeah. So, hey everybody. Okay, there we go. Our Flanders picks are in the basket, and we're going to come up with a
I'm
punishment to see what happens with that, and we will go from there. If you've got a better Flanders pick than us, send us a note. Drop me a note. Patrick@packfiller.com or any of our social media outlets. The video, honestly, once again, truly shit the bed tonight. And
Did it?
Oh, it was all over the place. Last week it was
shit.
flawless. This week it was shit in the bed. In fact, there's a frozen picture of me right now, and it's really bad because God, I got to work on my chin. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Someday we'll have a video presence. I promise.